Alright guys, so let's take a look at the story events. So I pretty much have completed everything, so it's gonna be a lot more easier for me to talk about it now. The first thing you can take a look is how to play is pretty self-explanatory, so pretty much everything that we have saw from the stream, the dev stream, pretty much exactly the same, but this time around we're actually seeing it in the translation aspect of things. So simply speaking, if you guys do play UC Engage, it is exactly the same as kind of how things kind of work. You play the event stages, which consists of 10 phases in total. If you guys do have the time to watch the full story, it's actually pretty good. It gives you a different perspective of like the side hustle in a way of like what they did as far as like the side character that was within C and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of cool. So every time you beat these phases, you get the boss challenge ticket. So the way you get more is if you fulfill the event bonus. So the amount of items acquired increase if you guys have the following units. So these are pretty. So these right here, these are obviously going to be the newest UR summonables, and this one is craftable, so you are getting this one as well. So you get up to 3% increase per limit break, up to 15%, so that's kind of cool. So long story short, any unit that you are able to form within a story, or you are able to pull like these one over here, they do give you the bonus as well. I don't know what this one is. Oh, this one is a regenerate Gundam. So this was the one that I was not able to pull, so we have that. But anyway, so these three at least you can form. Oh, sorry. So these two are formable, and then as we kind of head down a little bit, it talks about effectiveness. So essentially, you can do more damage and whatnot, and all that fun stuff. So you have that. So essentially, you play this, and then every time you complete it, you are getting the boss ticket. So I'm just gonna do a skip for you guys just to show you guys how that looks like. So we got the bonus right there, and then we got the base right there. So having the bonus obviously is gonna allow you to form the boss faster. That allows you to accumulate the metal faster to get all the rewards. So it definitely mingles in together everything. But as far as like how hard the actual event stages are, is definitely a walk in the park compared to like the actual main story. They can't really make the story too, or like the event too hard when players are going to be struggling to get. The development diagram looks as follows, so it is fairly easy. We have up to 9 different unit 2 crafts and stuff, so you have that. Yeah, I'm not gonna craft it right now. It's definitely something you guys can do. The metal supplier, this is where it's gonna get a little bit hairy from time to time, because if we take a look at the full lineup, there are up to 7. So the sixth one is definitely the most crucial one because you are getting the limiter op. So essentially a 7% increase to your stats for seed or seed astray. It's still cool to get that because this is gonna help these units out a lot. So we have that. But other than that, you are getting the weapon upgrade UR, so this is gonna be important, and then all the other necessary resources to upgrade a unit. So these are really important as well. So how the heck do you even get the medals? Well, you gotta play the boss stages. So I did already clear everything, so you guys can see completed, completed, and completed. So at that point, I can actually just go ahead and skip as many times as needed. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how it is done. So pretty much my team is I wouldn't say completely free to play in a way. Or it depends how you look at it. If you have re-rolled the unit that I have, then it's not technically summonable, or it's not something that you guys cannot get. But the craftable one, we have G-Quacks, Red Gundam, the other ones obviously. And then for the second squad, it's pretty much all the seed plus new Gundam right there. So yeah, this one you just need support, and you need specific supporters. So for Red Gundam, for example, we are giving the defense down. That's one aspect you need. The other one is going to be from New Gundam, or I believe the Shadow Gundam has the same effects as well, which what we want is the damage taken from special weapon up by 25%. So Shadow Gundam can be a good replacement as well if you guys do have that nearly max out or able to contribute, because the enemy health pool is pretty high, up to 800,000. So we have that. So essentially we need this. So if you guys do have this one max out, this one will come in clutch as well. But New Gundam is gonna provide that right there, no problem. And then for freedom, we essentially just want this one up to 30% for the beam damage up. So these are the three key elements to do high damage for Sasabi. To just do in terms of this EX weapon, just to do significant damage over the course of the next 3 turns to kill it. So that is the thing. And for 1.5 Gundam, it can be a replacement of any of your swords. I am simply hunting for the attack down. I'm trying to minimize the damage that the Gold Frame Amatsu is doing too much. It's just a little bit, but it can definitely be useful thus far. And tank-wise, I feel like 3 of them are going to be enough. If Chuso, you can have up to 4, but I think 3 was the bare minimum, and I find that to be useful. So let's just hop in, and then we will see. I'm just gonna guide you guys through step by step how this specific team can just one-shot the boss. Well, not one-shot, but over the course of the next 3 turns. Alright, so we are in. So I'm gonna see how fast I can actually make this go. So these two, you gotta take them out first, because these Gold Frame actually do hit for a lot. So I would suggest you guys to clear them out first. We are just gonna have Justice take care of things, increase the attack, and then use the barrage. So this one is gonna do quite the damage to them, especially those 2 grunts. And after that, we're gonna bring freedom all the way in the middle, but we're not going to be using this one, or you cannot even use it. First things first, we are gonna get in an attack so we can increase our MP, thus we have an extra bit of damage going on with the barrage. So we got that, perfect. And then we can do this right here. So nice, that's good. Alright, perfect. Same thing for New Gundam. So New Gundam is gonna take out the Gold Frame right there, and then I think this should be good enough. Yeah, that's to get this one for us, and then we can just spam this. Yep. Perfect. And then after that, I am gonna wait. I'm not gonna do anything yet with New Gundam. I'll get back to it in just a bit. We are going to have Red Gundam just take care of the other. Perfect. Alright. And then the next part is pretty much gonna be crucial. The next part is applying the debuffing. So there are three different types of debuff we need to get applied. We have the defense down, we have the increased beam damage taken from the enemy, and then we have the special weapon attack up as well. So this one is going to get the defense down going on. So let's get this, and I'm not going to have this support for the time being. It's not really needed. So let's go with that. Perfect. And the other step we can do is we can apply the damage reduction on the Gold Frame as well, so 25% down, because eventually we are gonna get hits with an attack from Gold Frame. So I just want to make sure we can land that right away. Yep, let's do that. Hopefully it lands. I think it should. Perfect. Attack down, that's good. And then after that, what we are gonna do, we can have Perfect Straight come down here, and then apply some beam damage up. So again, we don't need the support for the time being, so we can just opt them out. Alright. And then a final piece of the puzzle, we are going to get New Gundam to give us the whatchamacallit. Dude, I can't even get around that. That's annoying. Alright, so this one is gonna give us the special weapon damage up. Perfect. Alright, so we got 4 debuffs going on. So this is pretty much we got the few set up. After that, we are going to put Providence right here. The O, I can situate it. I think I'll have it right here because Red Kingdom can clear it, and I'll put the O right here. I don't need the O to do too much for the time being, so we have that. All right, so here comes the fun part. Since both Machu and Shard pilots, they can give you up to 2 chance steps, so 2 follow-up attack. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna quickly build up is the attack first. So we gotta juice up this damage. So by the time we hit Gold Frame, we should have up to 20% for or increased damage. So that's good. Perfect. Nice. And then for its initial attack, I am you know what? Let's actually give it the attack burst. So extra 15%. So in our first initial hit, gonna actually use this. So 79k right there. But you know what I've done wrong? Because I have 4 supporter, and every support cycle can only have 3 supporter attacking. So I could actually give I could actually squeeze in an extra one from somewhere, but mistakes are made. But I think overall we should still be fine. So let's get that done. All right, 79k. That's pretty darn good right there. Alright, and Sasabi, we are just going to be repeating the same thing. Start out with this attack right there. Perfect. And then we can go in for a Saver or the Beam Tomahawk. Okay. And then lastly, activate the attack burst. And then do this. So I'm just trying to see which one will situate me with the highest score. Let's do this one. This one needs to be a little bit higher. So right about here. Let's see. Okay, so this one is the most optimal spot for Sasabi. And then we should be able to get in a nice 113. So that is like a good chunks of the damage gone, or not the damage, a good chunks of the HP gone already. So that is actually pretty nice. So at this point in time, we are going to be doing this for 2 more times, and I don't want to stall you guys' time. So at this point, I am going to fast forward it for you guys, and then I will catch you guys as I am about to blow off a Gold Frame then. Okay, so we are delivering the final blow to the Gold Frame Amatsu. If you guys do have a better method to clear this without using all these units, you guys can definitely let us know that in the comment section below to help others people out for those that may not have certain units and whatnot. But there you guys have it. So we have completely depleted the HP pool. So in total, we did over 969k. That's pretty impressive. So these are the overall damage wise. Wow, G-Rex actually did more. I mean, we did take a few running attacks from the enemy turn, so it's kind of obvious right there, but it's not bad overall support attack wise. Wrecking them came in pretty good. Freedom was pretty amazing actually, and then we have New Gundam. Defense taking them. Wow, DO 1.5, and then Providence, they all did a good job on those. So so this specific setup was good. I mean, I couldn't really think of any other one. Like I didn't want to use like the newest unit right away, so I was like, let me see if I can tone it down a little bit and try this out, and it worked out. And the last thing, we can just kind of skip this. We don't ever have to touch the event like that anymore. Wow, that's a relief actually. But there you guys have it. So only two, what? Only 200s? Only 200s. What? What is that? Oh wow. We have an expert on experts? Oh wow. Expert on expert. That is insane. So it looks like the one that we did was not. Oh wow, I have to complete this in like an hour. Holy cow! But I would just say this one. I'm gonna pause the recording. So that one would be it just for the Gold Frame Amatsu, and then we still have the blue frame to take care of. Wow, this is gonna be crazy. Wow, same HP pool, but I wonder would it play out differently. I don't know, but yeah, I will catch you guys. I'm just gonna pause the recording right here, and then I'll catch you guys back to see if I can finish the blue frame Astray then.